That combination, that pick for Fnatic has been so strong. If we look back to the game against Millennium in Super Week, 1-0-15, and he's just been hitting hooks.
Damage with Ignite to secure a kill. Look at the difficulty here for Mima, but the interesting thing is, because Soaz has spent so much time trying to focus and harass Mima, he's actually behind on CS. So if Mima can farm up this wave equally with Soaz, he's going to maintain the CS advantage. But Cyanide wants to ruin his day.
Mima not close to hitting that level 6 point where he's got the extra safety of the regen of his ultimate, and Soaz has started to push this wave in. Cyanide surely he's going to come out from this one, and we can see, or can't see, Mima and start to back away, but Cyanide ended him off, and that will be first blood. Fnatic not really taking damage either, only Soaz there took 2 turret hits. Is it in there, considering that the top lane and the bottom lane were both free of any sort of jungle presence whatsoever, and Red like a book. Meanwhile, Selfie going very low. There is a polymorph coming in. Will Peke try this one? Either way, he's forced a flash from Selfie.
So Xpeke just really stamping an authority on this mid lane. So he manages to avoid the gank, and he burns the summoner spell from Selfie. He hasn't even hit level 6 yet. So if he can take advantage of this small window or small level gap, maybe he can get him that win.
That's it. That's the kill he was looking for. The stun landing at maximum range. He flashes in, puts down the...
During all of Super Week, when playing Thresh, Yellowstar started with the Ancient Coin. He was working towards the Talisman of Ascension. So his aggressive playstyle in lane is most likely attributed to the fact that he's got the Relic. And we should also highlight that because it's a 2v2 lane matchup, you get more combat stats and more combat power from that GP10 than you do from the coin, which you know, could theorize works that way. Soaz was 6, by the way, so he did knock Mima backwards.
He did knock Mima backwards, and he flashes there over onto the barrel, and that, again, I'm afraid for the Super Hot crew, looked far too easy for Fnatic.
And the shopping time to secure an uncontested and a safe dragon. So they get an even larger gold lead, and interestingly, in terms of the backs, Mr. Rolls grabbed himself that Zeal and Phage. So because he's going for Trinity Force first, he's looking for a slightly larger power spike than the Blade of the Ruined King. We'll touch on that in a second, and this is going to turn into a 2v2.
Oh, there's a kick on towards Peke. Peke may well be in trouble. He is going to go down. Impaler will surely follow with this one, though. And there's the TP. Yellowstar appears as well. And that will be the double kill for Cyanide. And again, Fnatic reading them like a book. Yellowstar appearing out of CB.
And when he built his DFG Syndra last week, he was just waiting for somebody to jump into his face. It was against Millennium, and Kotinex was running Kha'Zix. And all Peke did is waited for Kha'Zix to jump on either himself or Reckless, and then just throw everything at the bug. And even if it didn't kill Kotinex, there was so much damage put down in such a short space of time that Reckless or the rest of Fnatic could finish him out. And look at this, they've caught Selfie.
Yeah, Selfie was trying to have a go at Reckless down the bottom. There's the hook landing, and Selfie not going to escape this one. Yellowstar actually will be picking up the kill from that one to go 1-0-1. Meanwhile, Mima and...
Very smart, and it's showing the Fnatic are planning a few steps ahead. And it's part of the reason they've got this 9,000 gold lead. The problem for Super Hot Crew is they need to capitalize on a Fnatic mistake, because with the gold difference in terms of itemization, if they just go toe-to-toe in a straight-up 5v5 fight, I don't think that they can win. So we'll see if Impaler can set himself up a steal. I think that Dragon's too far away and he's planning to flash over.
And he goes through. They've got the vision there as Impaler inside of the Dragon Pit. Can he steal it? No, he can't. He's going to lose out on that and gets hooked and finished off by Reckless. And that's a kill. And that is the Dragon going over to Fnatic, the third of the game. Placed up by the Baron. Just want to touch on the top lane in because a couple of big items have come out there with the Iceborne Gauntlet for Soaz and the Warmog's armor on the other side for Mima. So he's going to be that bit tankier beast than he was before, but what is that going to offer him if Fnatic have got all these extra items over them? Randuin's, for example, on Cyanide there as well. And we see in this bottom lane, there's a bit of a conflict going on as Peke going to get caught out in the middle. He's going to take the support with him, but Fnatic are doing Baron. There's a TP coming in there as well, and I'm not sure that the Super Hot Crew even know it.
Now, there's no vision here. Even if Super Hot Crew try to respond, they will be too late. So Peke gives up his life to secure what will end up being a fairly moment, but we didn't see the extent of the fight. And we need to see how much damage Soaz has. He does have that Iceborne Gauntlet completed. making him the mini Kassadin, and that's a lot of burst.
Wow, we see the Wild Growth throwing out there by Selfie. Soaz already walking towards that turret. Is he going to dive it? He is going to dive it. And with the flash body slam, locks up the kill, loses very little health. Meanwhile, they've caught Impaler there in pretty much no man's land. That's Fnatic territory. I'm not sure why Impaler was there. And Fnatic...
in-game decision-making, and now Mima, he's actually thinking of picking a fight here.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's tanky enough to have a go at this one, but we see on the other side, YellowStar flashing in there, Kasing going to take damage. Is he going to fall? Not quite. A lot of ping-pong onto Reckless as well, but he's able to get away. Mima, in the meantime, still trying to get in. Peke is pushing the bottom lane out, and Selfie just can't deal with Peke at this point. The Wild Growth having to be used. Stun coming in. Is Peke going to throw his ulti down? Yes, he is, and it's an easy 1v1, and if you can't deal with the Syndra that's split pushing, how are you ever going to protect your base? On this one, they've still got 10 seconds until Selfie comes back onto the map. Let's have that Void Staff in, pick that one up a little bit earlier on as the hook comes on towards Impaler. Finished off there by Reckless, who's now on a killing spree, and that will be enough to open up this turret, and Fnatic take their 7th of the game.
They're going to get him. They've hooked Mima.
Oh, they've hooked Mima, and he is tanky, as I said before, but the culling going to do all the damage. YellowStar actually stealing that one away. Reckless did get a bit of retribution as he does take down Selfie pretty much directly after Selfie spawned in. Meanwhile, Peke had still continued that push down the bottom lane, and I think Fnatic can just win it here with 3 men dead.
Yeah, there's not enough resistance from the Super Hot crew. The rest of Fnatic have got the numbers. They got a Nexus turret down, and it's just been absolute destruction. 0-6-1 on Selfie, 1-4-1 on Impaler. They simply did not have the impact they were hoping for this game. Fnatic playing it perfectly.
There is the finisher, and Fnatic pick up another win here. 4 out of 4 in Super Week. This is a scary looking Fnatic as well. I mean,